with me for a doubleheader. Former Representative Donna Edwards, Darrell West, and Matt Bennett. Darrell, I want to play a piece of what law professor Warren Bidford, who had been down to see this facility and witness these conditions firsthand, what she told our colleague Chris Hayes last night about the cost of caring for these kids.
These facilities cost about $750 per day per child. That is what we would pay to put a child in the Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
These are not Ritz-Carltons. Yeah. And to make it worse, these kids are being kept there not for the 20 days that they're allowed to be kept by law, but rather for 5, 6, 7. We've interviewed children who have been in these facilities for longer than 9 months at this cost. And if you do the analysis, Chris, you'll find out that you can save the taxpayers $1 billion a year simply by taking the children who have families here in the United States, who have parents in the United States, and placing them with those parents.
Okay, Darrell, take your emotion, take your heart out of this, and stick with save $1 billion a year and $750 a day. Yet the Department of Justice is arguing against giving them soap, toothpaste, and a blanket. Where on earth is the money?
I mean, this is a ridiculous situation. I mean, you cannot take your emotion out of this situation. We're spending billions on border security and don't have money for bar soap. And I think every campaign produces a few visual images that really stick with voters. I think the image of young children locked in cages, living in filthy conditions, is going to be one of the really compelling graphics of this campaign.
Then, Congresswoman, where is the political win for the president? Even for those who are hardline, anti-immigration Americans, those people don't want to spend a dime. And we're spending billions of dollars and still treating these children like dogs.
Well, we're spending enough money already, has been pointed out, to take care of these children. I mean, Stephanie, you said take the emotion out of it. I'm urging every member of Congress not to take the emotion out of it because, I mean, I can hardly speak now because what's happening to these children is the face that the world sees of America, with children hanging on to cages, crying, lying in filth, unable to care for themselves, infants, toddlers, young children taking care of younger children. This is an outrage, and Congress needs to get a little bit emotional to challenge this president to, one, spend the money that's already been appropriated where it's appropriate. And if there needs to be more money, Congress can do that. But doggone it, take these children out of these facilities and put them with their parents, with their families, put them in homes where they can be taken care of. America should be ashamed right now of what's happening with these children on the border.
Matt, then what is Congress to do? Because the president is pointing to Congress, saying they're not giving me the funding. And Congress is simply saying, we can't trust where the money is going. We don't want to spend more money on ICE raids or worry that it could go towards the president's wall.
Yeah, that's exactly the problem. And this president just lies about everything. He has lied about this. He's lying about how Obama did this, which he did not. But this is barbarism. And what Congress needs to do immediately is put a stop to a barbaric situation.
And how can they do that?
Well, they can do a number of things. One is they can hold up the budget, which must pass, until they get a firm commitment that this is going to change. Now, there are some results coming. I mean, we saw the media coverage from the AP story and other stories have moved these kids, at least some of them, out of the worst of these conditions.
Because of media coverage.
Right. So these can change, and what the Democrats in Congress can do is manipulate media coverage. They can hold the line on the budget. They can hold hearings. They have the power to do things, but they need kind of concerted effort to do it. The problem is there are so many plates spinning for the Democrats in the House. They're the only ones doing any oversight. They've got the Mueller investigation and, you know, all of the kind of chaos coming out of that, and they've got to try to keep the lights on for government. There's a lot of things to do, but it seems to me nothing is more urgent than this, and they should put a lot of priority.
Those who have no power, these children. Matt, Darrell, Congresswoman, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Important conversation. Up next, in a